Remember this guy, Myron John Higbee? I mentioned him a couple times. I found him a long time ago, and I held on to this because Aunt Marion, Dad's sister, who we visited a couple years after Mom died, or maybe less than that, I don't remember when, Garrett and the family and I went up there, and I was asking her some genealogy stuff, and she said some Higbees went to Idaho. And then I found this like way back then and remembered that who this guy was. Maybe I had some notes on it someplace. Sorry about the video quality. I'm just pointing my iPhone at my iPad because that's where I'm storing a lot of stuff right now. But anyway, he keeps popping up because there's so many Myrons in our family, and when I look for them, I find him. And so I finally said, I know we've got to be related. And Aunt Marion said there are Higbees out there. How am I related? So it turns out his father is named Jared Anthony Higbee Sr., and his father was the son of Myron Newell, our great-great-grandfather. And that guy, Jared Anthony Sr., was born in Eagle, Michigan, to Myron Newell and his wife Julia Ann, one of quite a few children. I believe that Jared Anthony Sr. went sometime between about 1890 and 1910 to Idaho. So you can, let's see, where was he born? This doesn't tell me where Myron was born. I can probably find that out, but let me show you some other stuff. So I had previously told you that this guy was a logger. He was in some championship contests. This one was 1937 in San Francisco. This talks about the specific competition that he was in. And then when I figured out how he was related to us and maybe when he went to Idaho, or his father went to Idaho, I started to find some other stuff. So this is his more about his death. He specifically died operating logging equipment that ran over him. Mentions his father was a pioneer lumberman of the area and that he left behind a wife and kids. And then here is another photo. This is another contest in this time in Idaho where he lived. Idaho and I think part of Washington was known as the Inland Empire at the time. I don't know if they still use that name or not, but anyway, look, all these names at the bottom of the picture: E.S. Higbee, J.A. Higbee Jr., Myron, that's this guy, Myron John, and Harold. So you had all these brothers that I assume were all the sons of J.A. Higbee Sr. That were in the logging arena back around that time. Now, when was this? Does it have the date? It does not. Why did I not get that for you? Well, I'm sorry about that, but anyway, if you go back to, let's see, how do I get back to this? He died in 45, born in 03. If I could find out where he was born, I could then tell you whether his father was already there by 03. I was saying earlier I thought he was definitely there by 1910. I must have seen a census record or something that said that, but he could have been born there. So your time frame of that picture, let's see, if he died in 45 is sometime prior to that, sometime after 27 maybe. Do we know that? No, I'm sorry, 37. That other program said 1937 from, no, we don't know if it was before or after 37 when he was in San Francisco, but we do know it was before 45 and probably between then and the early 1900s. That's when that photo would be from.